We're at halftime. 2-0. Southeastern, the Blackhawks ahead of Pima and the Aztecs. So we take a look at how that happened in the first half. It was a jaw-dropping start as Ishimori found himself in space and uncorked this ripper, unstoppable, in the upper 90 on the right side of the goal. A little bit less impressive in the second goal. Hard to top that, though. Relative tap-in for Fossil and Grant, but the advantage is two nonetheless. Southeastern have positioned themselves extraordinarily well heading into this second half. They do say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in all of sport. And the home side, Pima Aztecs, have plenty of support to push them on to chase this game. Virtually a home game for the side from Tucson. These next 10 minutes will tell you a lot. Some decent attacking moments from the Aztecs. You're going to need plenty more of them. 5 seed, 10-3-2 on the year. Have yet to lose a match in Tucson, though. And away we go. Does Pima have a way back? We're about to find out. Captain Fernando Garate can't keep it on. Listed in by Goran Stankovic, and then a whistle. Stankovic from Santiago, Chile. Very multinational roster. Up for Grant. Fox in the box he is, but unable to reach him. Garcia, Yamada just ran out of room to work. Final fixture of match day 2. Been a thrilling one. Southeastern coming on the heels of that real disappointment last night against Morton. Unable to see it home. Falling in the 120th minute of extra time. A golden goal scored by Silverio. They've come out today and looked refreshed. Been strong from the outset. Donyon Yu tosses it back in play. And back out for a throw. Here's Takeshi. Skimming ball, Yamada. And a much needed clearance there as De Bruin tracked the run in. Sebastian Gonzalez rose to it. You'll see that near post run being made on the replay as the ball's back in action. Garcia fumbled over it, and it turned out what appears to be a goal kick. Well, that's being discussed now. And now it is a corner. Center official Matt Johnson comes in, overrules his AR on the near side. Full crew today. Matt Jacob, AR1, Kevin Lewis, AR2, and Dio, the fourth official. He told us before the match, it's just Dio. Did so with a toothy grin. Jacob Garcia, native of Green Valley, Arizona, presides over this. Hammers in. It's a great ball. Cleared off the line. Waylon Joseph will thank his defense for that. Oliver, a second try off the head of St. Louis. Now the other direction it goes. Run leaking out. Flying down the right side and into the boot of Yamada. Look at all the ground Yamada covered there from right to left to help guard his defense. Yamada, who played at the wide sides of the field in the first half, now more centrally. Out of play by way of Sebastian Gonzalez. Long throw. Now it's Southeastern doing most of the defending. Yet to see a team overcome multi-goal deficit here in this tournament. It's the 8th match of the thing. St. Louis plowed ahead. Toya Oda. Now swept wide by Rendon. Yamada. Sliding to the near touchline. Yamada changes pace. Ball in across the frame. Oliver a step late. De Bruin. How about this from the big man? Fleet feet. Feathery touch forward. Takedo. Zagging, cutting back to the right, held up. Fossil and Grant looking to recover this, but first a foul. No, it actually got over the line, so a throw in. Takeshi. Johnson. Neat turn from Gutierrez. De Bruin, a heavy touch. Now diving in at it. That's Cristobal Gutierrez, who's down behind the play. Got the worst of that. Looks like he just took a cleat to the inner thigh, trying to shake back from it. He went sliding in. That doesn't feel good in any conditions, but with the thermometer dropping, stings a little bit worse. Gutierrez is trying to stay on for a moment, but summoned by the physio to join him as they take the walk away from the field of play. I'm sure Gutierrez will check back in as soon as it's convenient again, or appropriate, probably a better word. Drop ball taken by Satine. Eye contact made between Garate and Ayler, and now Garate. Thrust down line. Garate. De Bruin again. Swipes it away. St. Louis. And back into the thick of it. Cristobal Gutierrez. Fossil and Grant on the wide side. Sizing his prey. Grant still driving. St. Louis chest down. May have a whack. St. Louis. It's still going. It hits a light post. Never really regained his balance after absorbing the shock of that chested ball. DeBruin up high for it. Free kick awarded. And it goes from Garcia. Falling to Yamada, corkscrewing into the gloves of Whelan Joseph, who did spill one of those earlier in the match, holds this time. Daniel Rendon went clashing with Gutierrez there. Free kick taken. Takedo, run off the road. Toyota providing that defensive cover. Takedo still after it though. See, goes diving down to the turf. Takeshi ends the counter. Pima's got time to work with, but that first goal would certainly feel good. Feel like they were back in the match. Carroll. St. Louis gave it away. One right back, though. Gutierrez, and once more, Gutierrez. Yamada has a poke in. All the play taking place in a phone booth on this near side. Not sure that was supposed to be deflected there by Mullane, but he sticks with it. Whelan Joseph will catch up to it, gather it in. Looks like a yellow card is shown. Leave to Cristobal Gutierrez. St. Louis displeased about something as this fraught conversation comes to a close between the Southeastern players and the center official. All eyes on the man in yellow. Clock frozen at 35:08. Technically a drop ball here. Joseph wastes no time in picking up. Done one U. Now thrust forward. Fossil and Grant with such skill. Jacob Garcia. Bianchi on the heels of DeBruin, and Joseph out of dodge. The Southeastern Blackhawks, the defending national champions, trying to extend their season, stay alive, at least have something to root for on match day 3 in which they won't play. Satina's well up out of his goal. Fossil and Grant on the chase. St. Louis thinks better of rushing in. Now they reset, the Blackhawks do. Trying to fly forward in formation there and calculate their press. Now on the opposite side, Oliver found out by Takeshi. Wonderfully worked. Quilting play together. St. Louis waiting on it and never reaches him. Gutierrez comes up hobbling. Scarate parted it away from him. Bianchi. Garate. Oda, and now back for Garate. A couple threes come together. Zankovic, the one leading the encounter, smiling, out for a throw. Keon Ishimori back in. The worldie goal already to his credit. Victor Loletto on for Pima. As Gutierrez will need to be subbed off here. Also back on Ernesto Esonio. Esonio. St. Louis wriggling away and finding the leg of Garate to win a throw. Fossil and Grant. Garcia. Osornio. Wide for Yamada. Knifing in Yamada. Yamada wasn't far off. Nearly not good enough, though, as they try to cut into this deficit. The Aztecs do. Filtered forward, Mullane, and he was leaning back. The Aztecs cried on by some of those faithful to them in the grandstand. De Bruin taking space. Now goes vertical. Grant holding off Oda. Oda does well. Mullane. Sornio stepped on the ball and then he steps on Johnson. And that's a foul. Out of frustration or desperation, no matter. You're watching the NJCAA Network presented by Zurich Insurance, the official provider of student-athlete insurance for the NJCAA. Zurich Insurance helps athletes get back on the field after an injury. Learn more at zurich-n-a.com. Zankovic, his delivery. This would almost certainly end it. to the end line and over it prior to the contact from a player in white and orange. Oda. Bianchi finding its way through. Osornio. St. Louis wins it back for his side. And the team in gray trying to break out. Mullane. Bianchi. And Johnson. Prowling forward, the Aztecs. Garcia. Mullane. Deft switch of play. Garate. Osornio's shot is blocked. Johnson does away with it. Grant's on the move if they can see him. And a tactical foul to stop the break from Daniel Ayler, who may have not been trying to foul after all. A little frustrated there. Stoppage and play in time to remind you that nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like Ticketmaster. For all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit Ticketmaster.com or on the app. Ticketmaster is proud to be the official ticket resale marketplace of the NJCAA. Ticketmaster, smarter way to buy tickets. Johnson. Bianchi trying to size it up. St. Louis. Ishimori. Oh, Ishimori. That's sweet stuff from him on the near side. Such close control, almost as if the ball is magnetized to his boot. Ezekiel Johnson and St. Louis, an overhead flick. Bit of invention from his St. Louis here on the near side. Now Takeshi. Eyes the cross. Searching into the area, but to no avail. Yamada. St. Louis, who continues to impact here on the near side. Takero off. Hajime Osaki coming in. Yamada. Osaki with fresh legs taking off after the ball. Well worked through though. Osornio. Mullane, Garcia. Pelted to the near post and punched away. Wheelan Joseph, strong hand. Osornio continuing to stir the drink and keep the train running. Yamada a step over, and he stepped on the ball. St. Louis turns it away from him. Yamada. Scruffily one back. Gonzalez in this center back duo. He's been so strong over the course of this tournament. De Bruyne and Gonzalez. Hard to imagine that in these final 25 minutes, Pimo will find a way to put two past them. But you won't know until the final three whistles. Ishimori may have lost it in the light for a moment. Trying to jump in and win it again, and he somehow outjumps Mullane. De Bruyne. A stylish turn from him. Dropping in to collect. Stonell. Wings wide. Takeshi. Ishimori triangulates once more with Takeshi, and Ishimori again in the center. Space for him to tip it into the box. Up tall. Osaki, it's punched off his head. Stonell cuts it out, though. St. Louis sees the run. He picks the run. Zankovic. Yamada blocks it out. Bought it out for a corner kick. Halfway through this second half. The corner coming for the side that leads by 2 goals. Somehow drifts all the way through the box into the feet of Yamada, who blows by St. Louis. That battle continuing. Yamada takes off. Ball slowed up in midfield. Now sent through. Bianchi. Obscured from it by Gonzalez. Now Yamada on the far side. Ishimori goes after the ball and gets it away from his goal. He really has been scintillating in midfield. Side just from the goal. Joseph waits a moment before plucking it up. These two teams that have contributed, between the two of them, over 100 goals on the year. Been a festival of attacking football so far. So only the 2 goals to it. St. Louis. And it's out of his reach and off to the other end. Bianchi curling in behind. It's him and Gonzalez. A lot of contact there, and this time it is a foul. See it again, whistle quick to the lips of Matt Johnson as Bianchi is still down. Practically a corner here. At least it will be in operation and practice. A few feet from the flag. Clock is stopped right now. 21 minutes, 48 seconds. Bianchi needs some professional attention here. Trying to stretch out. Again, weather has cooled significantly. During the day, you'll find it up in the 70s. Right now, inching toward the 50s. Low 43 today. Everson Ram, Tucson native, enters to use the 6'2" frame to maybe attack this corner kick. Well, de facto corner kick, I should say. And that kick from the corner doesn't reach its target. It's found by Stonell. Ozaki takes off sprinting. Donyon Yu does enough. To Bruin to the top shelf. Now St. Louis and Osaki trying to hold up. Funneled through. Ram. Loretto picked off. Shimori. Osaki, Fossil and Grant, out in front. Met first by Mohol. That's out. Throwing to come. Ishimori. Osaki. Handball called. Wanted to take it fast. A wry smile out of the center official who points backwards and says infraction occurred way back there. Trying to assert some control. Under 20 minutes left. Garcia now on the near side. Rifles to the far. Yamada. Osornio navigating the tight space. Garcia in the center, overlapping run, but it escapes his feet. Now Osaki trying to make the move in. Osaki called for ripping down the center defender. And in there, Mohol defending. Garate. Ishimori through the back. Garcia. Oh, almost. Ever so nearly. Yamada back in. And done away with by Grant and accelerated with by St. Louis, who's ripping away and ripping down the right side. Grant's ball blocked. He calls for handball. Deaf ears. Osornio, match opening up now. Free-flowing stuff. Garcia Back four retreating for the Blackhawks. And Grant involves himself. Garcia slips. And Grante heads out of play. St. Louis out of gas will come off. Shimon Kotani out of Wakayama, Japan, the freshman. He steps in. Also entering on the opposite side. Trying to refresh the team. Several players coming on for Pima. Oda. Osornio. De Bruin pings the ball, but not by Grate. He was wise to it. Osaki. Ishimori. Still with it, Kotani. Not for long. Good exhibition of the game, but lacked the sting of a goal in the second half. One from Pima would really give this thing some life. Bianchi set to come back in. Isaku intercepted Ishimori. A step over and a blow by Ishimori. Fossil and Grant, the two goal scorers, hooking up. Grant, Fossil and Grant. And granted, not the worst effort in the world, but couldn't keep it down. Zinkovic. Ball stays in. Squared up and centered. Reguera left it behind Grant in a moment of transition. De Bruin, though, can't get it by Garcia at the first whip. Goalkeeper slips as he races up out of the 18 and boots one into the night sky. Kotani muscling through. Fair play. Taken back by Zankovic. De Bruyne. Booming ball into the center. Kotani on the scene. Never reached Tari. Instead, Osornio's on the breakout, but Gonzalez sensed the danger and reacted well. Bianchi. Flick through. Garate. Gonzalez. What a tackle. Kotani. And Gonzalez away. Saki with a force of deflection in favor of his team. And here they come, the Blackhawks. Runners on either side. Fossil and Grant and Tari. Step late to it. Does keep it on. Kotani. Crosses in. Takechi is arriving there on a second man run. Zankovic. Osaki. Into the final 10 minutes. Does Pima have anything left to give? The win for Southeastern really turns the group on its head. Pima play tomorrow. Take on Morton in a 4-5 matchup, and if they are able to win, would turn the group into a situation where it's decided by goal difference and tiebreakers. Here's Fossil and Grant trying to add to that goal difference. Another corner. Big Dutchman De Bruyne carries himself into the box. Followed at his heels by Gonzalez. Two major aerial threats. Outswinging ball punched away. Caught by a staff member on the Pima bench and set for this throw-in. Donyonyu. Garcia. Never reached Osornio. Osaki. Oda. Donyonyu again. Pivots into the middle. Dangerous pass on the floor. Intercepted by Takeshi. Stonell. Gonzalez. Gonzalez again. His legs are taken from him, but it was out of play, so no foul. Long throw, Bianchi. Made the right run. The ball just didn't have enough gusto to get to him. Inside the final 8 minutes now. Pima needs something. They need it quick. Falling into the box. A real opportunity. Speared away. Crunching sequence at the end brings in a whistle and a yellow card. Two teams that have had a lot of success in this tournament. Southeastern of West Burlington, Iowa. Pima of right here in Tucson. Duking it out. The clock is reset on the scoreboard to 45 minutes. Maybe a bit of a malfunction there. Now back to 7:20. That's what's holding up play now, and we can commence once more. DeBruin. Sidewinding ball. Stonell. But a foul first. Satine sprints to get the ball back moving. Bounding into the area, and that's one back. No, wiped out, a foul. They say Bianchi pushed off. That was Pima's lifeline. Instead left adrift. And another quick foul. Drifting to the back post and out. And everybody gets forward. Yamada back on as well. St. Louis and Dax Pearson. Tari grappling for it. Instead to Bianchi. 15 goals, 9 assists on the year. Trying to make something happen now. Trying to play Yamada through. Pearson. No, twirling in. Saku. Garate in St. Louis. And out for a throw. Under 5 minutes now. Get up. Off Yamada. Tari heads it on. Osaki. Sprinting but not there ahead of Moholt. Great flick on from Tari. Tari still in pursuit. Sornio on the turn. Could be 2-1, but that Bianchi goal wiped out. The task that much greater. Moholt. Bianchi. And Bianchi was offside. Referee hasn't seen it yet. Now he does. Last gasps. 2 first-half goals powering Southeastern, bolstered by strong defending, reclaiming a high-held chin after a tough result last night. Fossil and Grant. Fossil and Grant. Tari laid off. Fellow attacker left flat-footed there. St. Louis blurring by, and St. Louis skipped in, and Tari just in front. Satine booms it as far as he can. That ball will just die rolling over the line. Feels hard to imagine now. Gonzalez. That's a miss hit. And into the grandstand. Maybe 1 or 2 more chances to press the issue. Garate, the captain, won't go quietly. Driven in. Garcia on overheaded attempts. It was bold. But moments like these require such bravery. Unfortunately for Garcia, not quite the ball. Fossil and Grant off his shoulder. Tari now only looking for icing and style points. Fossil and Grant sitting on 1 goal. Looking to see if there's any advantage to play. Twisting and turning into the final minute we go. Yamada taking off. Yamada. And Gonzalez is there again. And he falls over. It's been Gonzalez and De Bruin that have made life hard for Pima. Play on in the final minute. De Bruin heads it away. Osornio's ball. And Osaki. He sees Grant. He finds Grant. Satine retracting. Grant's got 1 goal. And he has made it. Oh, he almost made it too. It looked like it would hop into the goal, but the side spin took it wide. It matters not that much. Only semantic. It's a huge result for Southeastern, an upset. On match day 2, they stay alive. Match day 2 comes to a close with a bang. Pima stuns